Okay, here we are. This is how to draw a Ferrari F12 number 10. And what we did today is work on the front wheel and tire and trying to get this done so that we can do both wheels and tires, and then probably the installment after that we're going to go ahead and do the once over with the car, where we balance out all the values one against the other one to try and get it so that it agrees with nature and with the photograph as close as we can. And then from there, what we're going to do is declare this thing dead. Done. All over and done. And it's looking great so far. This really is a beautiful car. On some of the details on the front end here, I'm still going to have to do some work too. When I do the once over, I'm going to have to do the Ferrari emblem in the grille. That's not very well done yet. I have to make a little ghosted image on the emblem that's on the front hood just above the grille, and also on the badge or escutcheon as they call it, that's right in front of the driver's side doorpost, and that hasn't got anything done to it yet, so I've got to do that as well. It has really pretty wheels on this car too, so I'm going to take a little bit of time with that. I'm going to do those again on the last trip through here. I'm probably going to darken up the wheel and tires some more, and then make it look as much as I can like the photograph. This photograph is taken in some weird lighting, so I'm not sure exactly what it really looked like, what the lighting arrangement was, but it was obviously very bright near the top, so I had to work around it a little bit and make it agree with what I think it should have been. But it's I think it's going to be fine. It's just sometimes you have to imagine the way things are and then go ahead and make them the way you want them to be. And that's what I did with the front end here, with the front wheel and tire too. The fender does overhang the tire just a little bit, so it's going to be a little bit darker than I'm first putting it in. But this is a value that's close to the lowest value that you're going to see on the tire, because after all, the tire is black. It's not white or whatever. It's nearly black. It's a grayish kind of color too, very, very dark gray. And so I'm just laying the first amount of color down, and then we're going to go after it, and we're going to do what would happen if you have a light coming from above, which is going to make the lower part very dark down near the ground. And then on the upper section of the tire above the wheel, it's going to do exactly the same thing. The top part's going to be in sunlight and the bottom part's going to be in shadow, because the outside walls of the tire bulge outward from the wheel. So therefore, if you have a light coming from above, it's going to leave a shadow. It's going to cast a shadow on the sidewall on the lower portion from each one of those pieces. And you can see it here. It's I say this again, it's just like a licorice donut. It has that same kind of shape. It has a bulging sidewall, and that sidewall is going to cast a shadow on the lower portion of the wheel, on the tire rather, right next to the wheel, or near the ground, whichever one you're looking at, whether it's the upper part of the wheel or the bottom part. Okay, and we're doing some work inside the wheel too. Trying to do the brake caliper and do where the rim comes around. So because you're looking at the wheel at an angle, it's going to make it look not round, so it's going to be kind of oblong. And when it does that, the ellipse is going to knock out certain parts of the wheel, and other parts are going to be accentuated. So that's what I'm doing here. You can actually look at the rear portion of the front wheel, and you can see the rim there, the inner portion of the rim. But because you're looking at it at an angle, you don't get to see the front one, so that makes it look kind of exaggerated to the rear. And I'm trying to do that in such a way that it looks legitimate. Okay, running out of time for today. Come on back tomorrow, and we'll work on the wheel some more, and hopefully we'll get this get the rear wheel done, and then we'll go and do the once over, probably in another lesson. Then we'll have this car done. Hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.